Yeah, so kind of taking this idea at, quite a concept, small stage, and then going out and talking to a range of people about the idea and their thoughts on it, and any ideas they had to kind of improve it and what they thought would work, and ended up with this kind of idea for a growing business or project that was just so massive and so overwhelming, and tried to meet need at every single point along the way. And because there was such a clear need identified, feeling a real pressure that need had to be met by Cultivate London right from the word go, and that was quite personally difficult because it felt like I might be letting down people who needed something by kind of just saying, look, we can't do that and we've got to refocus this down to kind of, the bare bones of something that can actually work and be delivered and that's realistic. Just say I'd gone down the path of, this massive growing project that was about growing food and doing food boxes and delivering those to households, and then providing cost price fresh fruit and vegetables to people living on the most deprived estates, and then teaching people how to cook. If I tried to set out and do every single one of those, I don't think I'd have done any one of those successfully. So I think in taking this massive, overwhelming bunch of ideas that Cultivate London turned into, and refocusing it down into kind of two things, I'm quite confident that we'll be successful in those two things, and that's enough, and it's going to have a big impact on some young people's lives, and that feels really good, and that feels much better than knowing that if we'd gone and tried to meet everyone's needs, that realistically we wouldn't have done anything for anyone. But at the same time, going through the process of putting in that massive funding application meant that there was a lot of detail there, kind of lots of I's dotted and T's crossed, perhaps, more so than would have been the case if I didn't have to go through the process of putting in that application. So that was very beneficial. And I think probably a real highlight was when I was doing market research and realising that there was a massive desire for locally grown food, and for and kind of realising that we could carve out a niche here for ourselves that could potentially sustain Cultivate London into the future. And going and meeting with some local shops, and them just being absolutely excited to hear that someone was able to kind of grow food in the local area and harvest it one morning and drop it off to their shop that afternoon. And I think I kind of held on to those little bits and bobs to sustain me through the less exciting kind of parts of the development process.